Good evening, everyone. So we will just wait for a few more minutes and then get started with this. I see few of you have started saying hello to each other. So kindly share your branch name. So when you are saying hello or when you are actually trying to greet each other, so put your branch name. So it would greatly help us to understand who is asking the question from which branch. If there is any question pending, we can try to answer those later. Right. So we will just quickly start in another 3 to 4 minutes. Thank you, Ramya. So Ramya has put her branch details here. So likewise, you can go ahead, you can put your branch details and we will get started in few minutes. We are waiting for a few more parents or students to connect. Okay, so while we are waiting, guys, if you have any questions in registration, did you face any issue while registering onto Technathon? If you have any questions, you can start posting it on the chat. So while we are waiting, we can use that time and try to help if you have any questions. Okay. Pranavi as well, she has put her branch details. Thank you, everyone. Okay, it's 7 o'clock, so we will get started. Good evening, everyone. This is Shilpa from Wiz Club. So we are here to talk about Infinity Futures program, right? That most of the students here you have already started attending classes at school, right? So now, so this is a coding competition, right? So we call it as Technathon. It's an online coding competition, right? So all of you understand clearly. It's an online coding competition that we have initiated, where the registration is still on, and we have extended the registration dates. This is a note for everyone here, right? So registration date has been extended till 3rd February. So for the reason being, I think most of the students, they were busy in their school curriculum, extracurricular activities, right? School day celebrations were going on, sports day were going on. So is the reason we have extended this registration, and registration will be open until February 3rd, right? So if you have not registered and if you're waiting for any information, so we have our Biz Club instructors, mentors at every school branch, right? So you can walk in, you can quickly ask them if you're stuck with something, right? So to begin with, I'm sharing the link with all of you here on the chat, right? So go ahead and click on that particular link if you have not registered, right? If you have already registered, we are good to go. I'm going to give you more information about how this competition will be conducted, and what are the different stages that we have, and all this information you will get to see on this particular page. The link I have already shared on the chat. I'm going to give you another minute. I'm going to reshare the link. So the link is coming from Wiz Club Learning, right? So go ahead and you have a look at the link. Click on the link. Every bit of information has been added on this particular web page, right? So now to reiterate, right? So this is a Technathon is a coding competition, online coding competition that we are conducting for all the students between the age group 6 to 14 years, right? So now what is that? Why do we need to really make children work on this competition, right? So this is a common question. Why do we need this competition, right? So now most of the students here, if you actually enable them certain competition like this, it will, they will like it. Kids like the competitions, number one. And the second thing is, so most of the students today, they are actually thinking from consumer perspective. They do not really kind of put their brains and logically kind of come up with a solution, right? So now we are through this Technathon program, right? Technathon competition. We are making children, we give them few challenges, we make children think, and critical thinking is very important here. They think, they work on the solution, they work on the program, they solve the given challenge, and they save the program there. So now when they start working towards this particular competitive mode, so what happens, it will open up their brains. They will start thinking and they will come up with different alternative solutions. So we need to make children kind of think, and work on the logical solution aspect and come up with the proper solution for the given statement, right? So you need to encourage all the students. If we have parents here, so start encouraging students. So competition is just the name, right? So participation is very, very important here. When most of the friends, their friends are participating, it will actually make children feel interested, and they come in, they participate in this, and they try to work on a solution independently. So that is the main motto of this program. So when we talk about this competition, we have different age group kids, isn't it? So we have younger kids, we have elder kids who are participating in this competition, right? So now that's the reason we have divided this competition, and we have three main themes here. So theme number one, theme number two, and theme number three. So if you go get on to the link that I have shared, so that's a Technathon 2023 page. So this is part of Infinity Futures program, right? So any child, whether the child is has enrolled into the program or has not enrolled into the program, any child can actually participate in this particular competition, right? So now Technathon we understood. So it is just bringing in competitive spirits and making children work on a problem statement, and we will see how well they can assess the problem and how well they can actually give a solution to it. So solution, so when you talk about a program, when you talk about a problem as such, so there is no one solution to it, right? So one child can come up with a specific way and another child has an alternative approach, right? So basically all children, whenever you give them some challenge, they start thinking, they start analyzing, and they come up with their own creative ideas and they solve the problem. So that is the competition all about, right? It's not about winning a prize, it's about making children understand how to work on a problem statement, right? So now participation in itself is a very big thing. So that's the reason we are making all children participate, so they will understand how competition work, and they will start start opening up their brains, and they start giving a very creative solution. Right now, this Technathon, when we spoke about themes, right? So what are the different stages that we have in Technathon, right? So right now we are in registration stage. So now we are helping you to register, and we have extended the registration dates also. So registration is there till 3rd February. We have extended it. So go ahead, any age group child between 6 to 14 are eligible to attend this online competition right now. So that is the starting, and registration is the first step. And then after registration, right, so few students are already working on our platform. They already know how to work on our challenges. They have seen the challenges, they have actually started practicing as part of the school classes, right? That is one set of students. So for them we have theme 1, right? So theme 1 is the first theme, where which we have opened up for the students who are already into the program through Sri Chaitanya school, right? So now that is theme 1. So now what is the age group? If you see 3rd standard to 8th standard students, anybody can enroll into it. So on top right corner, there is a sign in button, the link that I shared. If you want, I can reshare the link for the new joinees, right? So this is the link of Technathon page. If you have not registered, only then try. Otherwise, please, wait for others to register, right? So now that is the link. Link has come from Wiz Club Learning, right? So you can click on the link. When you click on the link, you will see the pages. You will see the different stages where you start with the registration, and then we understand that few children are already practicing their challenges as part of the classroom, right? So Infinity program is already there in all the schools, right? They know the platform, they know how to work on the challenges, right? They know how to save the program, right? So that is first group of students who are already working as part of Infinity Futures program. So theme 1, which is smart device programming, this particular theme 1 is applicable for only existing students. Whenever you click on sign in on top, if you are an existing student, just say I already have an account. Do not create a new account if you are already an existing student, right? So there are two things. One is already existing. We have already given them user ID password for all those students. They are able to log into our platform. So all students who are existing in the system, do not create new account. I'm repeating this again. If the students are already in the system, you are already attending classes as part of Sri Chaitanya, do not register, do not sign up again. So on this particular page, click on sign in. On top right corner, do you see that sign in? And then select as an existing user, right? That is for already existing students, right? So 3rd standard to 8th standard students can actually work on smart device programming theme 1, right? That is for existing students. Now, even there, 3rd standard to 8th standard, even though we have club, the challenges or as part of the competition, when we give the challenge, it will be based on their age group, right? So 8th standard student will get a difficult challenge. We will give them a difficult challenge, right? So problem statement to work with. So 3rd standard to 8th standard, they all get into smart device programming if they are existing students. So that is theme 1. What is theme 2? We also concentrate on other students who are in Sri Chaitanya who have not registered into our Infinity Futures program. No problem. You can also compete. You can actually get into this one, Blockly Programming Quest, the second tab that you see on our Technathon page, right? If you click on the link, if you scroll down a little, then you will see Blockly Programming Quest. So if you see on the right side, you will see 3 to 5. That is the age group, right? Grade, sorry. So grade of students. Now, if you are not a Infinity Future student, so 3rd standard to 5th standard students, they can enroll into Blockly Programming Quest. So these are for younger children. So where, all the students will actually work on Blockly based programming, they drag and drop the code, and they actually work on conditions, they work on loop statements, so this is the second theme here. So Blockly programming quest. Now, for the students who have not enrolled into the program and who are in grade 6 to 8, right, that is the third theme, elder students, right, but they have not picked up this Infinity Futures program, we are absolutely fine. Any child can actually participate in this competition. Now, AI challenge is the third thing, where students will get an opportunity, elder students will get an opportunity to learn machine learning concepts, right? So if you have seen most of the cases, when you actually buy things on Amazon, what do you do before buying? If suppose if you want to buy a TV or television, or if you want to buy a mobile phone, what do? You actually see the reviews, right? So many people who have already bought products from Amazon or any other portal, right? So any other online shopping portal, so what they do, they add a review. They say this particular product is very good and this is bad, I did not like the quality of it, right? These are the different reviews that they add on your portal. So we as a customer, what we do, we look into those all those reviews, and we will be very careful while buying a product, right? So now when you see such customers, so now we need a machine, we have a machine learning model at the back end which can tell us, whether the customer liked the product or not. So as part of AI challenge for the grade 6 to 8, so the students will start understanding machine learning concepts. So the challenges, we have opened the registration right now. So by next week, after 3rd February, we are going to open this particular platform for all of you to practice those workouts. Whether you are an existing student or you are a new student, our portal is there. We give you the challenge. We actually teach you as part of this particular portal how to work on the challenge. So that is a practice session. So new students also, once they start practicing, they will start understanding, oh, this is a problem statement and this is how I need to work on the solution part of it. Yeah, I understood the concept, right? So that is how we are actually going ahead step by step. After registration, practice session will be there for all the students for a week or so. All the students can get into our portal, they can start practicing, they can start looking into the problem statements, they can think, they can solve on their own. If they do not have if they do not know what to do, how to work on the solution, we support them, we help them through our portal. And we have our school teachers as well. So in each and every branch we have our Whiz Club mentors, right? So they can help you to little bit assist, they will assist you in solving these challenges, right? So now coming back to theme 1, right? So repeating again, theme 1, smart device programming, that is for existing customers, for the grade 3rd standard to 8th standard, right? So even in the competition, even in the practice sessions, the challenges will be based on their grade. We cannot actually give a problem that has been given to 3rd grade student. The same problem statement we will not be giving to 8th grade student, because 8th grade students are elder and they feel it is very very easy to solve that challenge. So based on the age group, based on the grade, we actually open the portal for the practice workout as well. So you can come up with your creative ideas and you can work on any program based on the challenges that you have worked upon and based on the learning that you have gone through the sessions actually. So now that is theme 1, smart device programming. So this smart device programming are the IoT. So all the children, they will get to work on IoT components like buzzer, ultrasonic sensor, LED strip, tricolor LED, right? These are different IoT components that they get to work with when they're working with smart device programming. Now, theme 2, Blockly programming quest, right? For the grade 3 to 5. So for a for the students who have not enrolled into our Infinity Futures program, now between 3rd grade to 5th grade, they will get to work on our simulator based Blockly programming model, right? What do you mean by simulator? So when you see outside, so there are car simulators, there are aeroplane simulators, there are TV simulators, there are games that children will play with using simulators. So simulator is also a platform which child will be exposed to, and when they start working on it, they will understand, okay, now I understand how the characters move on the screen, right? So similar way, students will actually work on simulator based programming here in Blockly programming quest, and they will be able to work on the solution aspect, right? They'll have to read through, all the concepts will be introduced. There'll be a few videos in the sessions. Students can look into the videos, watch the videos, and understand the concept there. And then they go ahead through the sessions, and they will work on a few challenges also, and they will understand how to kind of work on our portal, right? Before you give them, the before you open the portal for the competition, we'll have to make all students understand how they can work on our portal. That is the reason we will open up a kind of 1 week practice sessions, where all the children, they will be able to practice on our portal before they get ready for the competition, right? So that is the second thing. So they will work on the simulator based programming concepts. They can actually work on different concepts like applying conditions, applying loops, and applying functions, working on functions, and multiple programming concepts, right? The third theme again is AI challenge, right? So AI challenge, as I said, so students will be exposed to machine learning concepts. So even in machine learning concepts, so what we actually open them with, what we make them start working on is a sentiment analysis, right? So most of you must have seen on TV. So whenever there is a product, so you will have good reviews, bad reviews. Suppose if we take laptop as an example, or if the child likes any Lego set, or any video game or any game that they want to buy from any company, right? So what we do, we actually get to see the reviews. Many customers, they say, hey, this laptop is very bad, so I didn't like it because it starts very late, right? The processing time is very long, right? So these are the different comments that we see. And if you see any book, or any gadget that kid is trying to buy, whoever has bought, right? So Amazon has multiple customers, so customers give their reviews. So they might say, so it broke within a day, it's not steady, the material used is very bad. So all these negative statements or negative sentences that they use, we call it as a negative feedback, right? So there will be positive feedback, there will be negative feedback, right? So positive, what are the positive sentences that most of the customer write? This product is awesome, I love this product, right? So I insist all of you to try this. Whoever likes this, whoever liked this earlier, so I want all of you to try this particular product as well, right? These are the different positive feedbacks. I like it as a positive feedback. I do not like it, I did not like the product, is a negative feedback. Now students are actually, through, as we said, a lot of sessions are being added in the practice workout. So we introduce the concept through a video, and we have the content on our portal. Students can read it, they try to understand it, and they are learning. We are trying to make children independent here, right? Students can actually read through, see the videos, try to understand what is it, and then they are going ahead and practicing the problem statements there. So that is about the AI challenge. To start with, we use couple of services there, right? So like sentiment analysis is being worked upon by Microsoft guys. They have their own servers, who actually, they have their own models, who will actually which will give us the positive review or negative review. Microsoft is there, IBM service is there, right? So Azure is there. So a lot of different platforms are there which will give us positive or negative sentiment aspect to it. So now students are, because these are elder students, and if you see machine learning and cyber security, and a lot of new subjects have added in this academic course. So if you see, a lot of things are changing around all of them. So AI challenge has been has been actually given for the students between the grade 6th and 8th, so that it will help them in the future as well. So they'll have to start thinking, differently. They will have to kind of bring in a change in how they think, right? So now the perception is very important here. You'll have to change their perspective. So from consumers to creators. So now if you take mobile as an example, guys, so most of us, we use mobile phone, right? So now most of the children, they just try to install an app on the mobile phone, and they start using the app, right? So now where is the learning happening here? There is no, absolutely no learning. So they know the app name, they just download it, and they start exploring it, using it, but they are not creating these apps on their own. Now this particular competition, it is going to kind of open their brains, open their minds, and it will make them think, and they are going to create their own programs, right? They're going to see the problem there, and they're going to create, work on their own solution. So you're making children think. So critical thinking is very important skill that they're going to gain when they start working on something like this. And then logically they're going to become strong, right? And these skill set that you are seeing here, right? So starting with machine learning course, or programming with smart devices, and learning how to work on simulators. So all these are something new that they'll have to learn, which will add to their skills, and it is going to help them in their future, right? So now these are the benefits. Now if you see the competitions, if they start kind of working, if they are actually getting exposed to all such competitions right now, how is it going to help them in the future? So you all know that, in their 10th grade, or when they get into their competitive examination, medical entrance, or other engineering exams that they give, right? So everywhere, so they'll have to think through and answer. They'll have to logically think, and they'll have to read through, comprehend it, and they'll have to kind of come up with a solution. So if whenever they read a statement, if they are actually getting it wrong, the problem statement, if suppose I read something, I'm not understanding it, that means, my solution will not be correct, it will be incorrect, definitely. So now, so when you make your children independent, they are actually, it is going to help them in their future as well when they give their competitive examination. And on the other hand, so you are going to open their thinking abilities. You're going to make them creators than just using mobile phones or TV. You have so many things around us right now where we do not know how those components work, right? You'll have to change their perception. You'll have to make them create something on their own. So that is the skill that they're going to learn, and it's going to change their life forever in future, right? So these are the three themes that I wanted to share today. And on the other hand, so what is after this, right? So if you have already registered, what is the next step? So that is what we're going to discuss a little bit, and what is that the students can get once they finish their competition, or once they participate in this particular technothon competition, right? So each and every child who is going to participate in this competition, they're going to get a certificate. Participation certificate will be sent to them. It's an online, soft copy of a certificate will be shared with all the participants who are going to participate in this competition. That is a participation certificate. Now the second thing is the winners, right? How do we decide who is the winner, right? So now coming back to this aspect, so now there are going to be prizes for the students who are going to be first prize, second prize, third prize, who are going to win in this particular competition. Now how do we decide? So as I said, there is a problem statement. The same problem, you can work on different alternative solutions. You can work on different solutions. So loops can be used for a few, and functions can be written for a few programs, right? So now we are using GPT, online GPT open AI. So we are using that at the backend. So this particular AI is going to get the students code. Suppose the competition is over, the student has actually worked on the program, and the student has saved the program. Right now, this GPT, through this open AI GPT 3 open AI, so what we do, we pick the students program, and we actually we compare, we actually we have a model at the backend. So that model is going to review the entire program and give the points at the back end. Suppose the child has used a loop concept, and the child has actually, child may use loop if the child knows, and if the child is not unaware of this particular concept, the child will learn here, right? So suppose different three different students, they have worked on three different logic, right? Which one is compact and which one is the best? So the at the back end, the model actually evaluates this program, and model is going to give the points, and model is going to select who is the first winner, second winner, and the third winner, and few consolation prizes will also be given for all the students. That is from the winning perspective. Now, as I said, all the students who are participating in this particular event, they would get a participation certificate also. As to reiterate one more time, it's not about winning, it's about participating here. So that is very, very important for students, and we should open this particular channel for them to start working on something on their own. right? So this is what I had for today. Any questions, we can actually pick it up from the chat. If any parents have any questions, please let us know. What type of coding is it, ma'am? Can you tell me what when it is also, ma'am? Okay. So now we have got this question. So now this competition, as we said, this is an online competition, children. Okay. So you'll have to register. Go ahead, register today. So you registration is open until 3rd February. Right. We have extended the registration dates. So because the school had extracurricular activities that was conducted at school, and we wanted all the children to participate, right? So now what kind of coding to start with? We are actually opening for as part of Blockly programming. As I said, team 1 is working on smart devices, right? So buzzer, ultrasonic sensor, tricolor LED, lot of other hardware components will be actually opened up in team 1, right? That is T1. And the second theme is Blockly working on the simulator, Blockly simulator based programming. That is theme 2. This is for the students who are not enrolled into our Infinity Futures program, 3rd standard to 6th standard students. Right now, theme 3 is also kind of, it's a machine learning based programming. So you will get to learn what is sentiment analysis, what is text classification, what is image classification, where is it used in real time. So you'll be exposed to all those things when you start participating, and when you start looking into these sessions, right? When is the exam? Okay. Ratna Kumar is asking about the examination. So now Ratna Kumar, so it's an input for all of you here. We are in the we are in the first stage where we are still registering all the students, right? After February 3rd, that's where we will open up the practice workout. All of you, you can actually register if you have not registered, and once the practice workout level is open for you, you can start looking into our portal. You can go through each and every session information that we update on the portal, and you can practice for a week, right? Then we will select the students, and we will have a prelims, right? Go to this link. I think a few of you have logged in little late. This is the link, and if you scroll down on that page, you can see the levels, right? There is a start level, and registration level is the very first level. That is what we are talking about. And then second level is practice and preparation, right? So this will be for another week, and then we will conduct a prelims. What is a prelim? Directly we cannot open a competition for you guys. Suppose if you have few questions, right, you need to practice a little, right? So you need to understand how the actual competition is being worked upon. So we will have a prelims as a third round. After prelims, we will select the students, and we will have the final round of competition, which is stage 6, right? If you see the path that we have given on our platform, right? Registration, practice and preparation, prelim competition is being conducted. After prelims, we are going to select the students for the final round competition. After the final round, we will actually select few more students, and we will have an evaluation round, right? So these are the different 9 rounds that we would be working with. After prelim evaluation, we actually work on the final round evaluation. After final round evaluation is done, we're going to announce the results, and we're going to announce the winners, and we're going to distribute the participation certificate as part of step number 8, right? Once that is done, we would actually go ahead and work on the prize distribution phase, right? And after that, that is the end of the entire competition. We are going to announce the dates as and when we finish a specific stage. Now you are in registration phase. All of us, we know 3rd February is the last date. Let us go ahead and register. So on 3rd February, our portal, on our portal, you will see when is that practice session is going to start, when is the practice session is going to end, right? Those dates will come on the portal very clearly. Now, after that, you will have the prelims, and all the levels will follow. So go ahead, go through that particular link yourself, and if you have any questions, you can ask me right now. So you can chat. So which theme is for Sri Chaitanya students? Okay, so if you see, guys, on our portal itself, click on the link right now. This link is accessible using your mobile phone also. Click on the link and go down. Scroll down, and you will see smart device programming. It says only for our existing students. Do you see that? My child is enrolled in the whiz club. Will they do the preparation for Technathon? Yes, sir. So students, I mean, and to answer this question, this is a very good question. So now our whiz club mentors are there in our Sri Chaitanya branches. If the student has any question, they can go ahead and ask the instructor there. And on the other hand, as we are trying to make children independent here, this particular platform students can access from home also, right? Because you just need the user ID and password. So when you have that user ID password, just click on the link. That you can save the link also, you can star it, add to your favorites. This is the link. After you register, right, you can access this portal from your home also. Students can practice at home as well, right? Anyway, teachers are there. We have mentors from this club. They are there in every branch in Sri Chaitanya. If the student is stuck somewhere, if they have any questions, they can reach back to the teacher and they can ask. So it's not just existing students. Any child who is having question, they can reach out to the teacher and they can ask the question. So our mentors are there, who are kind of helping most of the students. They have, till date they have helped most of the students. Registration is almost done, right? So go ahead and approach the teachers at school. It need not be just Sri Chaitanya school students who have enrolled into our program. Any child who is stuck at any point, you can actually reach back to our mentors there, right? So they are going to help you. And I would request all the parents and students to try to practice the sessions at home. So they can, if they have a laptop at home, if they have an iPad at home, they can actually log in using the user ID password that they have created, and then they can start practicing, right? It need not be just at school. You can practice at home also. So again, Mohammed is asking, is it only for Sri Chaitanya? No, sir. There is theme 2. If the child is in 3rd standard to 6th standard, click on that link, go to theme 2, sir. And you can create a new user ID password. And this child who is not with Sri Chaitanya Infinity Futures program, even they can participate in this competition. So now I think Bindu is asking, ma'am, I have registered, and how to do practice worksheet and when we should look into it. Okay, so as we said, after 3rd February, practice sessions will open up. So when you actually log in, when you give the user ID password, it will actually open a page for you. There you can click on Technathon. If you click on Technathon, it will show practice here, right? So there is a tab, separate tab. When you click on it, it will start opening, showing the sessions for you to practice, right? So beyond 3rd February, we are opening the portal for practicing purpose. Right now, Neeta Shetty is asking, Madam, my daughter is into this Swiss club. She's attending already. Will the practice sessions done in school itself? No, ma'am, this is a separate competition. So this is not as part of curriculum, right? So you can actually help the child at home if you have laptop at home and if you're comfortable. So now if the child is already into our program, child will be able to easily log in, child will be able to go through and look into the sessions, read through the contents, right? So if she has any question, when she reaches school, she can ask her Infinity Futures ma'am, right? So our Biz Club instructors, they will be able to support her, but it will not be taught because this is a competition, right? Where students will have to practice at home and try to put in their time and efforts beyond their school timings, right? Need to have a good focus on each and individual students on the terminologies they use in team 1, team 2. Yes, sir. So as we said, Mahendran, sir, I think, I don't know if you have logged in a little late. So in our next oncoming sessions, we are going to share our screen and we are going to show how exactly practice sessions would be taken ahead. We are going to share our screen and we are going to show how to practice as well as part of our next oncoming webinars, right? These are the first few webinars where we want to make all the parents understand how to register into this program, right? And we want you all to be clear on what are the different stages that we are actually conducting, or that we are actually taking all the students through as part of this competition. So that is the main agenda. Going forward, we are going to help the student on how to work on individual themes as well, right? We're going to address that in the next webinar. So we are not having laptop, how I can give worksheet practice. Okay, ma'am, this particular portal is accessible using your iPhone or any smartphone if you have. They can actually practice at home. And also iPad, any smart device. If you have, the child can actually go through and start practicing from home as well. Okay, from which class join this club? Okay. Sir, with respect to program or with respect to competition, I don't know. With respect to program, third standard onwards can join the program. Infinity Futures program is already running in all the school branches, right? If you are asking about the competition, it is third standard to eighth standard can participate in the competition. Okay, so Mamta is also asking, ma'am, is it any previous worksheets are available? Please forward. So no, ma'am. So this is the first time we are actually pitching this for Sri Chaitanya school students, right? So practice workouts will be given as part of the practice session. 1 week or 1.5 week, we are going to open that portal. We are going to make all the students understand. Teachers are there to help. If you have any questions, go ahead, talk to teachers at school. And also, in fact, the students can walk into the Infinity Futures lab. They can ask the teachers, ma'am, I did not understand this, but I'm not a part of this Infinity Future program. Can you show me? If the teacher is not conducting any class, teacher will definitely support. So please go ahead and meet the teachers if you have any questions in and around the Technathon program competition, right? So okay. So, ma'am, so one question is that how are you going to ensure the program does not clash with their school exam dates? Also, for how many weeks are we looking at for this program? So, ma'am, this is a wonderful question. So, I was waiting for some parent to kind of bring in this question. So, ma'am, what we are doing right now is we are having connect with school principals, right? So right now it is just a registration and practice session is going on. Based on the examination date, we are going to get confirmation from the school authority, school management, and we are going to set the date such that it will not affect any of the students. Right? As of now, practice session will go for 10 days, 7 days to 10 days, and beyond that, if there is an examination in between, we are not going to conduct this competition and we are not going to disturb the actual curriculum, school curriculum. So we are talking with school management, and school management will give us the date, and we will keep the competition based on that particular update. Right? We are not going to make students academic. We are not going to disturb their academics. Right? So this is a competition. It's an additional thing that they are going to do. So we are going to take care based on the dates, examination dates. So Raghu sir, this, as I said, it's not just existing students who have already enrolled. This competition is not just for them. Even your son or daughter can participate. This is for Raghu sir. The question was, my student has not enrolled, but can my child participate? So any child, all the children who are working with Sri Chaitanya school, any branch can actually participate in this particular competition. So no fee, sir. So there is one more question. There is no fee for this competition. It's open for all the students. It is just to encourage them to kind of, there is no fee at all. So we are just conducting this competition to encourage them to participate in this and try to so the main purpose of this competition is to bring in their coding skills, right? So if the child is new to the school and if they have not started this program, no problem, they can also participate, they can also learn things, they can also learn skills, right? So that is the main motto of this competition, right? Fees is not needed. You need not pay any fees, right? Uh, okay. So Naren Karthik, if you do not have user ID password, please go ahead and register child. Okay. So I will share the link one more time. Okay. Click on that link and click on sign in on top, and then it will actually ask you. all the details. What is your first name? What is your last name? What is your phone number? What is the email address? And your address. So and your school branch. So there'll be a small form. It will show on the screen. Once you start filling it up, and once you have filled correctly, then when you submit the form, it will actually give you the user ID password. Okay, start registering right now. It's okay if you do not have it. You still have time. You can go ahead and register. Right, when is the competition? As discussed, sir, this is the first phase. Raghu sir, this is for Raghu sir, and whoever I must have missed others when if you have asked this date part. Right, the question is when is the competition? Right, so now we are in registration phase. Registration stage is till 3rd February. After that, it is a practice phase that will be for 1 or 2 weeks, and we will see if there is no clash with the school examination date, then we are going to keep the competition. Most likely competition is planned in March or April. So we are waiting for school management to give us a confirmation on this. So meanwhile, so while we are deciding on the dates, portal is already there for all the children. They can start learning new things using our portal. Please register and start looking into the sessions when it opens on 3rd February. Ma'am, who all are in this club, they should do the competition. They have to do in school or at home. This is an online competition. You can give this exam from home if you have your laptop, right? If you do not have your laptop also, any smart device you can use and you can work on the program and submit it, right? It is online. It is not done at school. You can do it from anywhere. If you have internet, if you have one smartphone or smart device or a laptop, you can actually read the challenge. You can work on the answer solution program. You can work on the program and you can submit it for us. Right? It can be done from anywhere because it's an online competition. Yeah. So okay, so another question is what should we prepare on, right? So will the topics be given? So now the questions that we ask as part of the competition will be something like this. Now the existing students, I'm not sure if Afra Hussain is an already existing customer or she is a student, who has not enrolled. I do not have that information right now. So now when we are talking about the competition, there are two things here. One is existing students who will be using their smart devices, right? They will be using buzzer, sensors. They're going to use their smart device, smart light, right? And LED strip, and so many components will be there, right? So for these students, because they already have practiced as part of their school classes, so the questions will be at a different level because they already know the subject. Questions will be at different level, right? And the topics, whatever they are practicing, the questions will be in and around that particular topic that they have practiced with, right? So as part of the practice workout, we give them the question. We make the child work on how to work on if condition, if else, how to add it in a program, how to work on loop concept. When you want to repeat certain activity, certain task, then you're going to use a loop concept. Then if you want to use a function in our platform, how to use a function. So that particular practice topic, in the practice topic, every concept will be given in the session so that the child can read and understand and get ready. Now, if they know these concepts, questions will be asked so that they are going to use these concepts that they have learned as part of the practice session, and they're going to come up with their own solution, and they're going to finish the program. So topics will be working on IoT devices in theme 1, working on simulator on theme 2, working with AI based programming in theme 3 actually. So that is machine learning concepts will be covered as part of theme 3, right? So now topic you need not worry. So you just go through the session, you understand how to work on those program concepts. That is what is important here. So now, as you are not replying to my query, I'm really sorry. So many parents are actually requesting. I must have missed a few queries also. Please repost your question. I cannot click register, ma'am. When I click, it will take me to registration. Yeah, when you click on register, it will automatically take you to a different page, right? So in that page, if you are already attending the program, then you say I am an existing user. If you are not attending the Sri Chaitanya program, Infinity Futures program, Then you select that I am a new user. Click on new user. Then it will give you first name, last name, what is your phone number, etc., etc. All those information you will have to fill and submit the form. So will the link? Yes. So this is the registration link. Mamta ma'am, this registration link. Again, I have shared. Right. Click on that link, and you can actually click on login on top, and you can say you are an existing user or a new user. It will allow you to complete the registration. Ma'am, we have to use WizCare. Okay, so now Pratibha is asking this question. So, if you are already attending the Infinity Futures program at school, you go ahead, you can practice, and you need not worry whether it is working on the WizGare device or not. You work on the program, you save the program. Whenever there is some time in the lab, you can actually execute your program and test it. So whenever we are giving score for you, it will be based on multiple choice questions. So in the competition, there will be multiple choice questions also. So we will ask MCQs, a lot of questions will be there, and there will be a small program that you will have to work on. So marks will be given to this MCQ also, marks will be given to the program also. Program flow is what is being checked, right? So you need not really use your WizGare IoT bridge. If you have saved your program, that is good enough. Okay, existing students, it is WizGare. For new students, it is simulator session. So simulator is also, it's straightforward. Student can actually look into the problem. They can try to understand. There are few video guides in our portal. When they go through the video guides, they will be able to understand what is that concept all about, and they will be able to practice the programs on their own. Existing students, the problem statement, the challenge will be on the smart devices. New students, the problem will be on the simulator sessions, right? Ma'am, when is the competition date? Yeah, so again, we are repeating here again. So we are talking to school management, and we are trying to get a date which will not, so it should not overlap with the school examination, regular examination dates. So this exam will be most likely in March end or April when all the examinations are done. School academic examination should be kind of picked up by all the students. There should not be students should not be negligent. Please prepare well for your school examination also. Finish that, and then we are going to conduct this final examination. Until final examination, these here and there practice workouts, prelims, all these things will be conducted. Yes, score will be given. As we said, at the back end, we have a machine learning model. We have a AI which is going to give the score. So based on the answers that you have chosen for your multiple choice questions, for that also you have score. Marks will be added to that. And when you write a program, so based on the logic you have used, for that logic also, marks will be given, and we're going to total it up, and our AI GPT-3 is going to select the winners here, right? So there is already a model in place. So it is going to look into the marks, MCQ, whether the child, suppose if there are 10 questions, if the child has got 8 questions, you will get 8 points. And then if you have worked on the program, you'll get few more points there. And, based on the total score, we're going to select who is the first, second, third, and consolation prizes will be given, and participation certificate will be given to everyone. Excellent. So Raja Lakshmi says, I've completed registration right now. Wonderful. Ma'am, how to get the Whisk Club smart devices? So I don't know if this is a child or a parent asking this. Right. So smart devices are part of our Infinity Futures lab. Okay. So if you are into the program, you'll be able to use those smart devices. So if you want to just have a look at it, take your parents, you can actually visit the lab and you can have a look at how does the smart light look like, right? If you want to use it for some time, you can go ahead and talk to your talk to your Whisk Club ma'am who is in the computer lab or Infinity Futures lab, right? So you will be able to see those. So ma'am, first complete the class for existing students who enrolled in 3 months only. 3 classes happen for third standard. Sir, so Kumar sir, so I really appreciate your question here. So we are talking about the competition. Our classes are going smooth, sir. There are no lags that we have seen right now. If you have any questions on why your child did not attend those classes, please speak to management. They'll be able to give you the actual report of the child. Right. So we are conducting classes successfully, and wherever we have got the slots, our Wiz Club mentors, they have conducted the classes, and we are sharing reports also on timely basis. So please walk into the school, sir. We will help you as part of the, for any questions that you have, right? So I am non-existing student. How to practice the worksheet, right? So ma'am, don't worry. So if you are not an existing student, don't worry. Just log into our portal. User ID password will be shared when you register using the link that I shared here. I'm going to reshare that link one more time, right? So if you click on that link on the top right corner, there is a sign in option. Select I am not an existing user. Finish the registration. It will give you the user ID password. When you have the user ID password, you can just log in, and there will be a small tab practice workout, right? If you click on that, it will open it for you to have a look at it. We will explain how to look into the programs and all as part of the next week connect. Right now, we are taking questions only in and around registration if you have any questions, and we are just telling the flow of this particular competition. Right, ma'am, practice will be given. So this is a competition, dear children, like how you face your academic examination, right? So you have math, science, social, different subjects, right? They teach in the classroom, understood. If they do not teach, we have portal here, which is easy to understand. Go through the portal, go through the content that we have given in the portal, and you prepare. And after you prepare, you can actually go ahead and give the examination on your own. This is a competition, children. So we are going to help you if you are stuck somewhere, right? Teachers are there at school who can help you if you are stuck, but you'll have to start practicing so that you can learn things really well, right? So that is the update. Now I already followed up, but as per school, only 3 classes happen for third standard. Sir, please come to the school, sir. We will have a discussion around this. Ideally, so it depends on school branch how many classes they have given us. If suppose if there is examination, if you're not able to conduct the classes, we are going to complete the classes after the examination, right? So all the teachers are with school, and this is a extracurricular extra subject that they're going to learn this year, starting from this year, and next year onwards it will be fixed in the timetable. Something like this will never happen because it's a part of the timetable. So if the child has missed certain things, we are going to help you even after the examination during your summer vacations. Do not worry, sir. Please come to the school. We will have a discussion around this. Okay, so thank you everyone. I hope so. I was able to share uh, information in and around Technathon competition that we are going to conduct. Right. So we are going to have another session at 8 o'clock. So if you have already understood, you need not join this 8 o'clock session. Right. So if you still have questions, you can log into the 8 o'clock connect. So thank you all for your time. So we would have few more webinars next week as well. So those webinars will be around how to work on the practice sessions, right? We're going to share our screen. We're going to show how to work on this practice sessions for all the children, whether the children is an existing child or a new child. We're going to help each and every one. That's the reason we have organized this webinar for all of you, so that it would be of some help and there'll be no confusions when you are enrolling into this particular competition, right? So thank you everyone and have a great evening. If you still have questions, our Wiz Club mentors are there at school. Please go ahead and contact them. They'll be able to help you immediately, right? So ma'am, homework will be in this event. So no, dear child, so there is no homework as such. So how you prepare for your final examination, likewise you prepare for this as well. Whenever you have time, keep practicing, and there is no homework as such. If you want to practice at home, this portal you can log in from home and you can keep practicing the workouts, right? So there is no homework as such. This is a competition. Read, see the session, understand, and then try to rework on those challenges until you understand, okay, how do I save the program? So what is this challenge all about? How do I use a if condition there? what is the sentiment analysis? If you are in a higher grade, 7th and 8th grade students, so you will get to learn a little bit of machine learning concepts, right? There is no homework as such, right? It's just for you to practice at home. Yeah, thank you everyone for your time. So please keep yourself uh, updated. You please have a look on this particular portal on timely basis. The date part and every bit of information will be shared on the link that I have shared today. I've shared the link multiple times. Please save that link if you are a new user, and get back to us if you have any questions. Thank you all, and I'm going to end the session right now. Have a great evening, everyone.